ورتل القرآن ترتيلا.
Assalamu alaikum. In this lesson, we will be covering the rule of Ikhfa. Our learning objectives are: number 1, to know what Ikhfa means. Number 2, to know the different types of Ikhfa. Number 3, to know the different steps in applying Ikhfa. Number 4, to know the letters of Ikhfa. And number 5, to be able to identify Ikhfa in a given verse and apply it. So what does Ikhfa mean? Ikhfa means to hide or conceal. We partly hide the sound of Noon Saakin or Tanween in our nose, holding for 2 counts. This is also referred to as half a gunna. The half gunna sound originates close to the Ikhfa letter. For example, Malakun Karimun. This is an example of Tanween. Tunzirhum, an example of Noon Saakin. There are 15 letters of Ikhfa: Ta, Tha, Jim, Dal, Dhal, Ra, Za, Sin, Sheen, Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha, Fa, Qaf, and Kaf. And these are divided into 2 types: heavy Ikhfa and light Ikhfa. Heavy Ikhfa is if the letter after Noon Saakin or Tanween is a letter of Ikhfa and a heavy letter, we recite the Ikhfa heavily. The letters are Sad, Dad, Ta, Dha, and Qaf. For example, the word Min Qabl, where we can hear that Noon has a heavier nasal sound. Light Ikhfa is where the other letters are recited with a light nasal sound. For example, Min Ju, where we can hear that the Noon has a light nasal sound. So how do we identify Ikhfa? Step 1, find Noon Saakin or Tanween. Step 2, look at the letter immediately after Noon Saakin or Tanween, which has applied to all the rules we have done previously. Step 3, the letter after must be one of the 15 letters. And step 4, partly hide the sound of Noon Saakin or Tanween in our nose for 2 counts. Now there may be too many letters to remember, so we use the elimination method. Hamza Ha, Ain Ha, Ghain Kha belong to the rule of Idhar. The letter Ba belongs to the rule of Iqlab. Yarmaloon, Ya, Ra, Meem, Lam, Waw, Noon belong to the rule of Idgham. So the rest of the letters belong to the rule of Ikhfa. So let's look at an example together. Step 1, find Noon Saakin or Tanween. So if we go along, we can see that there is a Tanween, Dammatain. Step 2, look at the letter immediately after Noon Saakin or Tanween. Step 3, the elimination method. So we look at the Tanween and it is followed by the letter Sin. Sin is not a letter of Idhar. Sin is not a letter of Iqlab. Sin is not a letter of Idgham, so it must be the letter of Ikhfa. Step 4, partly hide the sound of Noon Saakin or Tanween in our nose. So we need to ask ourselves, is the Ikhfa going to be heavy or light? So we look at the letters and we can see that Sin is a light letter, therefore the Ikhfa will be light. It will be read Fawjun Sa'alahum. Now it's time to do one by yourself. Find the Ikhfa rule from the following verse. Resume the video to find the answer. Now let's go through the answer. Step 1. Find the Noon Saakin or Tanween. So when we go across, we can see that there is a noon sakin. Number 2, look at the letter immediately after the noon sakin or tanween. Step 3, the letter after must be one of these 15 letters, and we can see that the noon sakin is followed by the letter qaf. Now we need to ask ourselves, is it heavy or light? Qaf is one of the heavy letters of the Ikhfa rule. Therefore, the Ikhfa must be read heavy. Step 4, partly hide the sound of noon sakin or tanween in our nose for 2 counts. Therefore, it must be read min qablihim, a heavier nasal sound. So what have we learnt in this lesson? We know what Ikhfa means. We know the different types of Ikhfa. We know the letters of Ikhfa. We know the steps required to identify Ikhfa in the Quran. And we can identify and apply Ikhfa in the Quran for both noon sakin and tanween. Hope you have benefited from this lesson. Keep seeking knowledge. Ma'as salama.